I'm Sarah.
Sarah.
I'm also Sarah.
That works. Okay. So have you guys heard of Rupi Kaur?
No.
She's a poet.
She's a poet from Canada.
Oh.
And
She's recording me as well.
Do I have shit in my teeth?
no.
Yes.
Okay, so my entire project is that I have to convert a script into a poem.
Okay.
And I will give you each once, and you can open whichever page and you can pick a poem. And based on that poem, you guys can illustrate what you think.
Like draw?
I have to draw?
I'm excited.
I wasn't told
What do
about
you think
this.
and feel? Yeah, I mean, I just came up with it.
Okay.
And based on whatever you sketch and stuff, I will actually write and build a character around it. And not just except for writing, but I'll also run some questions for you. And whatever you respond, at least based on the age and the sex of the character and stuff, I'll develop it around that. Okay? Who wants to go first?
Me.
Oh, I have Sarah K's book as well. No Matter the Wreckage, so you can pick
Sarah
from
for
her
a
if you
Sarah.
want. Yeah.
Sarah for the Sarah.
I thought your name was Sarah.
Well,
So my project is essentially like poem to script to screen. Okay, so right now what we are doing is a poem to script aspect.
Do we have to do the same poem?
No. Okay, based on the ones that you have read, can you pick one?
mine's from that book.
Which one?
See page 143.
Do you want us to read the poem?
No, you can just tell the name of the poem.
To Witness a Miracle.
To
Okay,
witness
you-
a miracle.
Can you? I don't know if it's picking up, so can you speak louder?
To witness a miracle.
Okay. And what about you, Sarah?
I don't know.
Okay. After you're done reading whatever you're reading, just close the book and think. Think of whatever you've read and pick one.
I need to read it again.
Whatever you can, whatever you relate to the most,
Take a picture of the poem.
or whatever you like more. You don't even have to relate to it.
I know, I'm just...
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
I got one.
You got one? Which one?
It's called Loyal.
You wanna read it to me,
Okay.
or should I?
It's a short poem, I don't know.
Yeah, keep
Hers
it
is
anyway.
short, mine's
Yeah.
longer.
Okay. Then go ahead.
Okay. I remained committed long after you were gone. I could not lift my eyes to meet eyes with someone else. Looking felt like betrayal. What excuse would I have when you came back and asked where my hands had been? Yeah, that's it.
This is a long one. I want to go back in time and sit beside her, document her in a home movie so my eyes can spend the rest of their lives witnessing a miracle. The one whose life I never think of before mine. I want to know what she laughed about with her friends in the village within houses of mud and brick, surrounded by acres of mustard plant and sugarcane. I want to sit with the teenage version of my mother, ask her about her dreams, become her plaited braid, the black coal caressing her eyelids, the flour neatly packed into her fingertips, a page in her school books. Even to be a single thread of her cotton dress would be the greatest gift.
I sat down and asked them some questions about whether they are the poet or the subject, because depending on that, I figured I will capture the emotion that they are feeling while reading a poem and create something based off of that. So I asked them multiple questions about, say, what would you ask this particular character if you were there, and what would you want to know from them, and what is it that crosses your mind when you close your eyes, and what does the person look like and stuff. And even though these are the people who are going to act, I just wanted to know what they think. And and it was interesting. And character A, that is Shreya, was in fact Indian, and character B, Annie, ended up being American, obviously, because that's what Shreya is, and it comes a lot from who they really are. So a few characters and characteristics and traits are based off these two people. Is there a reason why you didn't want to pick something personal?
Because then I'll start crying. I'm gonna get my period soon. I will cry with anything.
That's good though.
No, I don't want to cry. No.
Why do I feel like this is gonna last 1 hour more, and by the end of the hour, all three of us are gonna be in tears?
I refuse.
I refuse, I refuse, I refuse.
That right now, based on what you guys drew and what we spoke, I have a vague picture of a character as you guys are gonna act.
Oh,
Okay? Yeah. So
Did you not know we had to act? Girl, what did you agree to? She's like,
when Akash says do something for me, I'm like, yes.
okay. Hello people.
Yeah,
Okay, so we're doing the second thing for the first video that I'm making, and I'm just acting exercises. I gave them 3 exercises to do. One where I tell them an emotion and they walk in, sit on the chair, and then they walk out based on whatever the emotion is. Second, both of them are given 2 different emotions and they have to do the same thing, either sit on the chair or just be around each other's vicinity. Third thing is I gave them different scenarios. I gave one person a scenario or a goal to work for, and the other person had to react to it or avoid it, or or the other person also had a scenario and both of them came together and spoke to each other and either had a clash or just had fun with it. Yep, that's what it was. 3 different exercises.
You killed me in my dream!
see, I told you it was on your fucking head.
But you did it. Subconsciously.
That's not a reason to get angry at me. I'm fine.
You clearly aren't.
Okay! But no, nothing happened. Nothing happened. How was your day?
Maybe you should tell me about yours.
No, I don't want to talk about mine. Let's talk about yours. See?
No! You killed my only psychiatrist!
He wasn't even your psychiatrist, and I didn't kill them.
And by the end of it, they got really comfortable with the camera and they started interacting with it rather than just reacting to each other. So that was really interesting. And after they were done creating characters and telling me about what they think, I sat down and mixed and matched characteristics based on their thoughts and my thoughts and made Shreya and Annie come to life, at least on paper. And soon after which I knew that the best way to show them together was to create a scenario when they are opening up to one another, because they're talking about emotions. One is talking about the loss of a partner and the hope that might be there with it, that is loyal, and the second is talking about how she wishes to see her mother and when she's younger, and it's about missing your mum and seeing how that feels, and finding comfort in just, you know, the curiosity that exists in your mind about your mum, and that's what it is. So Shreya is 24. She's a female student by profession. She's Indian. She comes from a conservative background. Her traits are she's calm, composed, loves making people laugh, and is a fun-loving girl essentially. Annie is 19, and she's a student as well, and she's American. She's outgoing and chill, and she comes from a very trusting background. Her traits are she's funny, she's bold, and she's the life of the party kind of a thing. Okay, so the scenario is that two friends hanging out after an all-nighter turn party session, talking about deep thoughts that keep them up at night. When I gave them the script, they already had an idea about the characters, so what helped was that I didn't really have to explain much about the emotions behind what they're saying and why they're saying and what they're thinking. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense, I swear. Rewind and watch it and it makes sense. Point is that working with them got easier, and we shot quicker, and I got the shots quick, and it was just nice, and it was a fun experience because creating characters is fun and we should all do it. And it sounds like I am talking about trying something which is not supposed to be tried. Let's not do that. Yeah, that. Okay, see ya, bye.